I ordered an Uber around 11 p.m. after visiting a friend. I was a little tired, so I just wanted to get home quickly. The driver's name on the app was Daniel, and the car was a silver Toyota. When the car stopped in front of me, everything looked correct. The same color, same model, same number plate. So I got in. The man in the front didn't greet me. He didn't smile. He just nodded and started driving. At first, I didn't think too much about it. Some drivers are quiet. But after a few minutes, I noticed something strange. We were not following the normal road. I ride Uber a lot, so I know the usual direction. This road was darker and very empty. I asked the man, "Please, why are we going this way?" His voice was low and dry when he answered, "The other road is closed." But his voice didn't sound normal. It made my stomach feel tight, like something was wrong. So I opened my phone to check the Uber map, and that's when my whole body froze. The app said my driver was still 4 minutes away. That means the person driving me was not Daniel. The car matched. The plate matched. But the person driving me was someone else. I slowly looked up at the mirror, and the man was already staring at me through it. Not blinking, just staring. My heart started beating fast. I grabbed the door handle, but when I pulled it, nothing happened. The child lock was on. I felt trapped. The man began whispering something. His lips were moving fast. I leaned forward to hear if he was talking to me, and that's when I heard it clearly. He was whispering, "Almost there, almost there, almost there." My hands started shaking. I pretended to text someone, but I opened the emergency button on the Uber app instead. My thumb was sweating so much I almost missed it. I pressed the call 112 option quietly. The phone rang once, and the moment it did, the man suddenly turned his head a little, just enough for me to see his smile in the mirror. It wasn't a normal smile. It was slow, stretched, like he was enjoying the fear on my face. He said softly, "Don't do that." My heart almost stopped. I quickly turned my phone face down on my lap and pretended I was just checking messages. The call ended because I didn't speak, but at least the emergency system now had my location. The car kept moving, deeper into the dark road. No streetlights, no houses, just thick trees on both sides. It felt like we were going far away from the city. The man kept whispering the same thing over and over. "Almost there, almost there." I didn't know where there was, and I didn't want to find out. I looked around the car, hoping to see something I could use. The windows were tinted. The doors were locked. The seats smelled old, like the car hadn't been used in years. Even the air inside felt hot and tight. I forced myself to speak. My voice was shaking when I said, "Please, can you stop the car? I'm not feeling well." He didn't answer. He didn't even look at me. He just tightened his grip on the steering wheel. Suddenly, he turned left onto a smaller, rougher road. The car was now shaking from the stones. My chest felt tight. I could feel tears in my eyes. I checked my phone again. No network. Then I saw something that made my whole body go cold. On the dashboard in front of him, the Uber driver's phone mount was empty. There was no phone guiding him. No map. Nothing. He was driving without any direction. Like he already knew exactly where he was taking me. I swallowed hard and whispered, "Where are we going?" This time, he answered, but his voice was slow, almost happy. "We're going somewhere quiet." I felt my hands go numb. I slowly slid my fingers under my seat, trying to feel if maybe, just maybe, I could find something, anything to protect myself. And that's when the car suddenly jerked hard to the side, like he hit something or swerved on purpose. My body slammed against the door, and I gasped. But he didn't slow down. He just kept driving deeper into the rough, narrow path. The trees were so close now that branches scraped the sides of the car, making sharp scratching sounds. It felt like the whole forest was closing in on us. I finally felt something under my seat, cold metal. I didn't know what it was, but I grabbed it and hid it beside my leg. My hands were shaking so much I almost dropped it. The man's breathing changed. It got heavier, slower, like he was getting excited. Then he whispered again, but this time it was different. He said, "You took long to find it, didn't you?" I froze. How did he know I was reaching under the seat? Was he watching me the whole time? My heart was beating so hard I could hear it in my ears. I tried to stay calm and move my hand away quietly, but he saw it. I know he did, because he started laughing. Not loud, not crazy, just a soft, shaking laugh that made my skin crawl. We reached a part of the road where the trees opened a little. The moonlight fell across his face, and that's when I noticed something terrifying. His eyes weren't looking at the road. They were looking at me through the mirror. The whole time, I said, with the weakest voice ever, "Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone. Please." He didn't blink. He didn't stop smiling. He just said one sentence that made me feel like I was going to faint. "Relax, we're almost there." I gripped the metal object tighter. I didn't know if I could fight him. I didn't even know if it would help. But I knew one thing. I couldn't let him decide where there was. The car slowed down suddenly, like he was preparing to turn into an even deeper part of the forest. He reached his hand towards something near the gear shift, something that clicked. And then, the moment I heard that click, something inside me snapped. I didn't wait to see what he was reaching for. I didn't wait for him to finish that turn into the forest. I just acted. I lifted the metal object. Now I could see it clearly. It was a spanner. With every bit of strength I had, I slammed it against the back door lock. The first hit did nothing. The second hit made a loud crack. The man shouted, "Stop!" But I was too scared to stop. The third hit broke the lock. The door flew open. Cold air rushed into the car, and before he could grab my arm, I threw myself out. I rolled on the rough ground, hitting my shoulder hard, but I didn't care. I heard the car's brakes screech loudly. I forced myself up and ran into the trees. I didn't look back. Branches scratched my face. My legs were shaking. I could hear the man yelling somewhere behind me, but the darkness helped me. I kept running until my chest burned and my throat felt dry. I saw a faint light ahead, a small wooden house. I ran straight to it and banged on the door, screaming for help. An old man opened it, shocked by how I looked. When he saw the fear on my face, he pulled me inside and locked the door. We called the police together. By the time they arrived and searched the area, the silver car was gone. Completely gone. Like it had never been there at all. Uber later confirmed something that still makes my skin crawl. The real driver never reached my location. The car that picked me up wasn't registered anywhere. Not with Uber. Not with the DMV. Nothing. To this day, they don't know who that man was, or how he got a car with the exact same plate number, or where he was planning to take me when he kept whispering, "Almost there." I never used Uber alone at night again.